Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Miss Goldenlocks and today I am back with a first impressions video. I got a couple of new bits over the last couple of months. I've been slacking on actually recording this video, so I am back today with the first impressions video. So I brought a couple of new bits which I'm excited to try out today. So the first I got is the Ordinary Colours Full Coverage High Coverage Foundation, which I got in a 3.2R with deep undertones. Now my undertones are more golden, but this looked about my shade. I bought it online, so I have no idea, but I know the Ordinary is quite a big brand when it comes to sort of like skincare and stuff like that. So I thought I would try the foundation. So yep, this is the foundation. I think it was like £6 on Beauty Bay, so it wasn't that expensive. It had that same type of price tag that you'd get sort of like at Superdrug or anything like that, like your high street makeup brands, or drugstore if you watch the American ones. And then they opened a new Morphe store in Westfield, so I went down there and it looks really nice, really nice. So I bought the 15N palette. I know Beauty Bay no longer stock Morphe, so I got a couple of bits off there when they were doing the half price, but this palette had been sold out. But Morphe does have a UK website which you can use sort of like your YouTuber codes. So again, with the new packaging, which I do like the new branding that Morphe did a while ago, it does look very good. So in the box it comes bubble wrapped, which is quite nice. And the reason I really liked this palette, I think, was I like that they've got the mirrors in them. The mirror looked really good. And then this one, I think I preferred the night one versus the day one, because I preferred I preferred the colours in it. So these are the colours that you get. Let me take the film off so you can see them. So these are the colours that we will be working with. You can see my lovely desk in the reflection. So yeah, I quite liked the colours and the foil shades that you had in the night palette. And the mirror, as you can see, looks very clean and crisp. So yes, we'll be excited to try this one out today. So it's got 6 foil shades, and then 9 matte shades, which they have quite a few, as you can see, sort of transition colours. So I think it works with a lot of shades and a lot of skin tones, and I quite like the look of the palette. I think it was only like £15 as well, which isn't bad. Morphe's always been well priced, but sometimes their stuff can be hit and miss because it is that sort of well priced. It's not always the best, but then you see bigger brands, you know, I've seen some of that Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes get good and bad reviews and stuff, and you know, they cost way more than a Morphe palette. So I don't mind spending cheap, and you know, if you find a good bargain with a cheaper palette, then you've got a good bargain. If it's not so great, at least you haven't sort of wasted a lot of money. Whereas if you spend £40 on a palette and it doesn't perform, I would be very annoyed. And the second item that I have is also Morphe, but this one is the Morphe and Bretmans Rock collaboration, which I was quite excited. I think I did get this one from Beauty Bay during the sale. And this one, oh yes, this one comes with a brush. I quite like the box. I think you've probably seen it all before because it's been out for quite some time. So it's all very Bretmans Hawaii themed. It comes with a really nice fan brush, which is quite nice. So we have a fan brush in here. I think it's a bit thing in the box. So it's got a few stray ones, but you've got a nice fan brush, which is all very nice. And then we have got the palette, which is a similar size to the eyeshadow palette. So you do get a lot for it, and I believe there are six highlighters in there, which is quite nice. I do like this shade of like a blue with like teal undertones. This is quite nice. So yeah, you've got the 6, you've got, I think shading might be my colour. I do like a dark golden colour. I think they look really nice on dark skin tones. Yeah, I like the look of that. That looks all me. I think from back in the day when I had Jeffree Star, Dark Horse was my favourite one, and I lost that somewhere. So yeah, I think that one is definitely a bit of meat, and you can't go wrong with like a pinky colour as well, so I think that's quite nice. So yes, I am excited to try all of these out. There's nothing better than when you're feeling down to try out some new makeup. So we're going to go in with the foundation. As I said, I bought the foundation online. I have no idea how close or far from my shade is, and we all know, I've been through it before. Is this for show, or is this... Like, one of my gripes with the Maybelline Fit Me, which is one of my favourite foundations, is that it didn't come with a pump, but this pump just doesn't work. Okay, well, great start. I don't know if this is just for show, this pump, or if it actually is supposed to be a pump, but still nothing. Okay, as I was saying, as we know, with regards to my foundation shade, I can buy probably one of maybe 6, 7 shades, because it depends on whether I'm matching to my face, to my neck, to my chest, the time of year, because I still have a little bit of my summer tan still going on. So we're just going to go in with my professional primer, and we're just going to go in my T-zone and in my forehead where we get really oily. Now I was thinking, am I going to do the foundation under my headband? No, I might just leave it there. I remember watching Thomas. I know he usually puts something in the middle. I was going to say Thomas, he's been a little messy lately, Albert, but I still love him. Would, like, where he had a huge fringe, he just would literally go here and not do any, not foundation, contour, nothing underneath underneath his fringe. So I think we might do the same. We're just going to go around the I have no idea whether how much this equals to, because the pump is not working, so I can't tell you how much a pump is, but we're just going to go in. Not the most hygienic, but good thing this is only for me. So far I'm liking the shade. It does look quite nice. So we're just going to go in for the first time in a while with a foundation brush, because it's nice and clean. My oval brush is covered in makeup. Let's have a look how this blends out. And I hadn't cleaned my beauty blenders, so that's always fun. So far it's blending in quite nicely. I do like it. I think the shade was a good match. I think because I'm like you sort of a generic black girl shade, I don't usually have a problem finding a shade. It's just if they don't run dark enough for me, then it's a bit of a problem. But usually there is a workable shade for me. I'm usually where it stops sometimes, so it just goes to where I am, and then that's it. There's no darker shades, and there's not many shades around it. It's sort of like you are this one shade, and if you don't fit in that one shade, then that's about it. So yeah, this definitely feels full coverage. I can definitely feel I am wearing foundation. I don't know how this will work with my oily skin. I don't know if it's oily skin friendly, to be fair. I haven't in a while prepped my primer, because a lot of my foundations, where they're matte foundations, they actually work without me having to prep my primer and put a layer of powder underneath it, of setting powder underneath it, which is a great tip from Auntie Jackie, but we've had to do that today. So far I actually quite like the base. It's quite nice, but yeah, I can definitely feel it all in here and all in here. So yeah, we're not too sure about that, but other than that, I do like the colour. As I said, there's not many colours that don't work too tough for me, which is a good thing. I think I'm going to go in with my I think I'm going to go in with my LA Girl concealer, because can't go wrong. Just do some eyebrow, because my eyebrows need tidying. there we go. So it doesn't look too bad. We've got a bit of a flawless base going on. And since we're going all brushes today, since we're mixing things up for first time in a little while, let's use the brush to set the face. Make sure I get in them smile lines. First place I start creasing. We're just going to go around with the brown all over the remainder of the face. It's been a very long time since I've set my face with a brush. Use them all in with the beauty blender, but since we're mixing it up, practically is like a first impression. I think it's been like a year since I've done it, so doing new techniques as well on this first impression. So far I am liking the foundation. I do like the way it looks. Is it oily face friendly? I don't know, but we have set it with the powder. I think possibly if I knew it may not have been, I would have set my primer with some setting powder as well underneath before I put the foundation on. But like I said, first impression, so we're learning about it and doing the different things. So now on to the eyes. So I think what I might do with the brown that I've been doing so far, I think we might go in with Editorial first, then maybe Shook, and I think I might use Creativity on the lid as well. So I think we're going to go in with like this square here. So I'm going to start with Editorial. As always, Morphe still got that kickback, but little tap and you're good to go. So I think we're just going to
though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh. I saw the photograph. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Do I do a halo eye? Ooh, I haven't done one of those for, but then do I want to go in? Ooh. Okay, so I don't know whether to go in with Selfie or Shook. Shook is more of a brown orange, whereas Selfie is a bright orange, but I don't know how that will show on my skin. Let's see how. Okay. Nope. I worry about certain colours on my skin tone, but that is very much there. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go in with Selfie on both sides. Just get her laid on the edges. Oh, I quite like that now. Okay, I quite like the so I'm literally just laying this, kind of patting it on to make sure that it is nice and bright so you can see it.
He blew his mind out in a car. He didn't notice that the lights had changed. A crowd of people stood and stared. They'd seen his face before. Nobody was really sure if he was from the House of Lords.
Making sure it is nice and bright and sickening. And then we're just going to go in with a flat brush and pack in, I think we're going to go with Creativity. Creativity looks the nicest to me. Oh, let me just clean my brush. This here, lifesaver. Still one of my favourite buys, and it was like £2. Honestly, best like £2 I ever spent. Right, where's my setting spray? Oh, I'm going to go in with a little spritz and then try and pack Creativity on in the middle. Oh yeah. Wow, okay, that's not going on. I don't know if it's because the only setting spray I have is a matte one, or if this is just not brush friendly. I mean, it looks pretty, but it's not going on as easy as some of the other foil shades I've used. And as I'm putting it on, the orange is coming off. Okay, let's get this on. Right, so maybe this doesn't react too well with that particular spray. I know with my other palette, it didn't matter that I used a mattifying setting spray. As long as the brush was a bit wet, it worked. But okay, let's try with our finger on this eye.
I saw a film today, oh boy.
Right, I am not liking these foil shades at all. No, this is even worse with the finger. So if you see on this eye, there's just a thin strip, and on this eye with the finger, well, where is it? Where is it? You get so far through the face, and just like that, it's ruined. I don't want to waste any more of the eyeshadows in trying to salvage it, because it may get worse before it gets better, and I don't have that kind of patience. So that foil shade in particular is a no for me. Will I try this palette again with the other shades? I quite liked the matte shades. I really like that brown as well. I've just never ever had a foil shade react like that ever. Like, I put it on and it was just taking the eyeshadow off before it was even trying to do anything. So let's just try out the... I'm not even going to blush. I'm not even going to waste time with lipstick. I'm not going to waste time with lashes. I'm just going to try out the highlighter to see if I like that, because this now has become a waste.
The English army had just won the war.
Nice. So let's see how it works with the fan brush. It's nice and subtle with the fan brush, so if you can see on the face, I quite like the shade. So the highlighter palette was a success, and the brush, so I like the way the highlight looks with the brush. It's just that eyeshadow. My eyes look horrible. Okay, we're going to wrap this up very quickly because I don't want to sit here with my eyes looking like this anymore. I'm ready to take this off. I am absolutely cheesed off with this. So, first impressions, final thoughts. I actually quite like the foundation. Now that I've set it, it doesn't actually feel as oily as it did when I first put it on. So I think that actually is better for me. The pump, I don't understand why it doesn't work. As I said, if you're going to sort of cut corners, because it is a more affordable price, just leave the pump off. Just leave it off. It's not working. I have no idea why. So yep, Morphe, I love your palettes. Like, I've got 2 of my go-tos in there. Like, I just don't understand that foil shade. I don't know if I need to use a different brush to wet it, whether if I wet it with a different brush, but I'm not going to keep going in to keep trying to force it to work. It should work. The matte shades I quite liked. I quite like the orange as well. The orange you can see on my skin tone. So it's not an ashy orange, it's a nice orange. It's just a shame the foil shade ruined the look. And the highlighter palette, definitely for the win. So, I mean, we had 2 out of 3 good products. 2.5 out of 3 good products. So it's still a pretty good overall score. I might try this again and see if I can give it another go. I don't think the mattifying products in the spray should affect it like that. It didn't when I used it literally in my last video to put on a foil shade. So I have no idea. It might be the palette. Who knows? But yes, other than that, the Bretman Rock collaboration was a plus, and so was the eyeshadow palette. I've got more anime videos coming. I've got a Lolita video coming as well, or that should already be out, sorry. There might be part 2 coming to that. More gaming videos coming as well, and I will catch you on the next video.